Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. It's been a while, but keen to get back into it.
Yeah, it's
New
been a
season.
while. Everything, new season. Yeah, just life. Doing the podcast. Been traveling a bit with new job and oh man, and the last 2 weeks. Oh, sick as a dog. I still am. I've took the medication at the right time to do this. I think I'm sweating bullets now. I don't feel good, but I just had such a good weekend, resting at home, watching some good racing at Toowoomba. Man, Toowoomba put on some ripper racing. Like I could not complain about the night watching it. Could you? Like the track was?
No, no, it was good racing, and you can see like those front runners pushing to like their limits. Like all
Yeah.
your big, like your Jock Goodgers, your Brock Hallett, your Lockie McHughes, your Jamie Veals, they're all pushing to
Yeah.
the max.
Yeah. 100%. And how good was that too? Like there wasn't a dead set. Oh, this guy's gonna win. It felt like where the first night McHugh was pacing himself and like Jock was trying to catch him, and he did. But then it was like McHugh had to go. Oh shit! I better get up. Better get up it a bit. Second night, McHugh not there with personal like function commitments or whatever. Probably a wedding. I don't know. And then yeah, B Hallett, bro. He lit it up from that dash onwards, and it was like, okay, Brock, here we go. Like that's the type of form we want to see, and I don't know. I think the big talking point early in the season now is everyone adjusting to these tires. New tires, harder compounds. So we've seen guys like Brock Hart have a bit of time in America. Did very well. So I think that's going to do more laps for them. And then you've seen the guys that went to Darwin have some
Mm.
laps now under them. I know Darwin's like a completely different beast. Like that thing is gut sleek. So if you
Yeah,
can find traction there, you're going to find traction anywhere. I think the country. Um, but yeah, looking back in Darwin, you've seen all these other people's. You've seen some drivers in interviews say, "Oh, they've got a 10, whatever, few meetings head start on us." But like Darwin's Darwin, bro. Like
oh yeah,
where like I don't see another track like Darwin happening around the country. Like race was literally it's like a little plex on the fence, just was
mm.
slick, and the bottom, if it was there, rub it up quick and
I don't know if you saw the first night the cushion on the wall. It was insane. There was nothing.
bro, it was not a cushion. Like it
No,
was literally just like, well, I'm trying to lean on this to get a bit of side draft, maybe, but I don't know what. Like there wasn't even a point nearly to be up there. Do you
no.
know what I mean? Like it was, you go up there hoping something's gonna hold you, and it's like,
Yeah, and it
nah.
was very unforgiving. Like how many drivers just tried to use it, and there was just nothing there. And they end up in the wall.
It's really interesting when after the year we've had building these channels and the stuff you get to know about the teams, like going to Darwin is not a cheap affair, let alone wrecking in Darwin. Like,
Mm.
you're talking tens of thousands of dollars just to get there. And then you see like a guy, Brody Davis, just trying his best in qualifying and tears a car up. Like the chassis was unforgiving.
Yeah,
Like the track was unforgiving in a way of like you got a concrete wall and we're pushing like bro, time trials. Like if you pulled the pill draw, was like good luck. Like
yeah,
there was no forgiving. Where if you look at the pill draw, bro, Toowoomba qualifying was perfect. You had guys like Tate Frost and Marcus Dumsing go out early, rip a lap, and then the track was there the whole time if you had your shit together, and then
yeah.
you got Jock and that going out late, and then getting near the top or nearly getting quick time.
Mm.
So like that's the sort of tracks you're gonna get cars coming back going, well, the pill draws are not going to hurt me at all normally here.
Mm.
Now we see Toowoomba stepping their game up too, mate. The Australian title is going to be there December 2026, right? So we're going to have two Australian titles in 1 year, which I already think is going to be a bit buzzy and a bit cool. But
Yes.
they're trying to build a tower now behind turn one. Like,
Yep.
not a tower, like a hill. For me, I heard that on the broadcast and was like, yes, I grew up on Parramatta's hill, bro. Get me a hill, or they want that Mount Max vibe. Get a
Mm.
hill, get it packed, because I think Toowoomba's been putting on a lot of racing, and they're adding the campsite. Like, man, they're aiming to have everyone there for the Australian title next December, and I think it's going to be one of the best Australian titles. Um, with what they're going to do, I think Toowoomba is just stepping, you know, and
other tracks should say that as an inspiration of we got to do that too.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, this is where, you know, for one, I'll put my hand up. Sydney, I don't even know what's going on. And I've even put my hand out now, and it's like, well, if you guys are racing, cool, I'll be there. Like, I'm not getting involved. And I'm like, it's like I'm not even emotionally attached to it anymore. I'm like, okay, well, everyone else is giving it a red hot crack. And you don't know what's going on at Sydney. Like, how I say it, like, they probably are giving a red hot crack. But I'm just not going to be like, oh, yeah, like, because I don't know. Like, it's so cryptic, it's weird, and it's like, well, I'm at the point where if it happens, it happens. Like, you got things like Mildura. Like, there's so many positive things to focus on than just everyone keep bagging Sydney out. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to think, let Sydney work their shit out. If they do, please. And then you got the New South Wales club doing all the country shows. Like, they've built a cool schedule. And they're guns blazing ahead, going to support the guys who are 5 to 4 hours from here. Because that's all it is. You go down to Canberra, you go down to Nowra. Like, the fans are there. Every time I've been there, it's been a packed house at Nowra. And Dubbo. And Goulburn's coming good. And, like, these tracks are trying to be a part of it, so give them a red hot crack.
Well, that's what I reckon. Like the whole Sydney thing is like people are on their ass 24/7 about it. Like that's
no gas.
Yeah, like to be honest though, you really think about it. Look, they're trying. There's good, better people around the track now.
They're trying like the Hi-Tec Oils staff, and they're giving it a red hot crack from what we can see.
Yeah, 100%. And give them maybe 2 seasons, and maybe if there is no racing for 2 seasons, but then make it excellent. You'd rather do that than trying to squeeze races in this season, next season, while also improving. Just stop it, let it do its thing, let the people at the track, let them build it up for something great compared to slowly half-assing it throughout these next 2 seasons. Just put a big full stop, do what you got to do, and make it great.
Well, we've seen that didn't work, mate.
Yeah.
They tried to have all these shows, but the promotion wasn't there, and it was like race, but it was like the crowds aren't increasing here. Like nothing is increasing. The drivers are complaining. Like there was not one bit happy medium. So more, like I can see their thing of going more is less. Like less is more, sorry, but right now it's September 30th. They're supposed to be racing on the 11th. I haven't seen shit. They put that out. I don't know what's going on. There's been circulating on social media about some rumours and admin change. So, I don't know. Like, there's so much more positive to talk about than worrying about Sydney. Like, like I said, I do worry about it because it's my home track. I love it. 10 minutes from me. I want my son to have a speedway near him. But if not, let's be realistic of how the Australian Speedway scheme works, mate. Everyone's going, why are the numbers down at Gladstone? Bro, it's 16 hours for a Sydney team to get there. It's 26 hours, 28 hours for a Victorian team to get there. Why would they? Yeah, like they all have jobs at the moment. I'm sorry. Like the guys that aren't semi-professional, got a lot of backing behind them. And they've got full-time guys on their cars. Their cars go to Gladstone. They probably fly home and go to work while their team does all the work and then drives down to Toowoomba. And then they fly back up to Toowoomba as a race car driver. Cold trickle style. Just arrive and drive, baby. You know what I mean? You don't, like, it's not this world of why aren't you there? Why aren't you there? Every racer wants to be everywhere. But the logistics of it isn't there right now.
That's too difficult.
Like Darwin? Like, perfect example. Like, let's say, I even seen people online be like, so why did Kingshot go all the way to Darwin and then not go to Gladstone or Toowoomba? And it's like, well, okay, do you know how far away that still is?
Yeah.
Like, it literally, I was, probably early August. I was like, I might try to get to Darwin. I really want to go. Why not? I looked up the math. Bro, it's the same distance to Perth.
Yeah.
To Darwin, from where I live in Sydney.
100%. Yeah. It's not close.
Like, what? And I feel there's an unleft market in Victoria. You know it. Like, there's this these 3 tracks, 4, 5 tracks within 5 hours of each other, man. It's like it's hard. I watch so much American sprint car racing, bro. They race Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 3 different tracks within 2 hours of each other. And I'm like, so why can't we do that at Avalon, Warrnambool, and Mount Gambier?
Well, we do like the classic week. That's awesome. You start at Avalon and you can just
why can't that be every weekend?
Yeah, well, I know like Speed Week's getting better. Like obviously Speed Week's got an Easter and all that is where you can go, like Murray Bridge, Mildura, Mount Gambier and all that. That's good. You can it's doable. It's very doable.
Yeah.
Where like obviously, and then now there's this new Speed Week they're doing as well, where it's starting from Toowoomba and making its way down to Victoria.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, that's so cool. Which at least it gives viewership up north, so they get something as well as down here, which I think is great. But then again, like obviously Toowoomba's going to be hard. Obviously, it's just going to be the same drivers, and I'd like to know: is it going to be the same drivers for that whole week? Like, are they going to get? Is everyone going to go to Toowoomba and make their way down?
I don't see it now because the big thumbnail is Sydney on the 3rd was supposed to be there. And like they're saying it's there, but you got to think, if you're a Victorian team, are you driving 20 hours to drive 20 hours back? Or are you driving 10 hours? 10 hours. So that's a lot of racing. And then you can do your slow drive back down. I don't know, man. I really don't.
But it's good prize money on the table, though.
Prize money's great. Like the prize money, even like T-Bar, 2 10 grand shows. Gladstone's with 10 grand. That's a great start of the season, man. And one man I want to talk about is he started red hot is Goodyer. Jock and Lockie back to just, their quickness. We could see these guys start early enough in the season, racking up 10 plus wins. The year Jock won in every state or whatever, made that shirt. These guys started early, get the wins out. Brock Hallett last year, he was I felt like last year he got so unlucky. Could have had 8 wins, and now he's got one early. So it's all right, he's here to play too, Veely showed great pace again. But the one thing I do want to say, over the weekend, there was a young fella, Charlie Bowen, bro. He last year was a rookie. He was just learning, but he showed some really great speed in qualifying, and Toowoomba's his home track, so I feel he's going to be at every show there. I would not be surprised if he's pushing for top 5s on that weekly average T-Bar crew, because he showed a lot of maturity on the weekend, qualified against a stacked 40 cars, top 10, done really well. Kobe Wright was going good as well. So there's these young guys that are starting to venture and get the laps and have a go. And Appleby, guys, we're getting a really good mix now of guys that, it's not easy to make a top 10 anymore. I would say the top 5's there. Top 5's pretty strong, those drivers. It's hard to crack that when all the big dogs are there. But, I could not flaunt the Toowoomba. I mean, the only thing I would say is I seen big talking points is how do I explain it? Heads up. So quick time, fastest guys to the front of the heats. Me, I don't mind it. I watch a lot of World of Outlaws. I get it. They're racing for points. They're racing for money. But as a regular fan, the heats are just go into turn 1, it's over. Because they're fair. What do you think? Does that cross your mind where the heats aren't as exciting, or what do you think?
Oh, 100%. You want exciting heats. You do. The heats, you've got 4 or 5 races there in a row, within the hour and a half, span. And that's when, it's that sort of midnight, everyone's still up and about, everyone's pumped. You want to see good racing then. Especially with kids as well. A lot of kids are still up, ready to go. By the feature race, a lot of young kids are,
out cold,
under a rug asleep. You know what I mean? Where if they get to see exciting racing instead of just seeing cars just following each other one by one, it's great. And honestly, that's where I think I love an invert.
I love an invert, but when you get to the big shows, the guy who times 4th is just as fast as the guy who went quick time.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not rewarded unless it's points like high limit. I love that invert of go to 4, stay in the top 5, you're in the dash, but then the guy who wins the dash gets in there, wins the heat, gets in there too. I just think that is the most happiest invert system where the guy can not be perfect in the invert or get unlucky and then scrape in 5th and still be in for the night, and I don't mind a dash draw when it's that situation. But if it's heads up, I think it's got to be heads up all night. Like, I'm not a fan of the Outlaws where they do heads up and then it's a dash draw. Because, like, it's rarely... Bro, you watch the Outlaws, it's rarely anyone outside the front 2 rows that wins. It's very rare. Like, because some of the tracks they go to aren't great. So, it's like one lane and the guys who have the balls can run the best line and then the lap cars are where they are. So, it's like... not great racing in that aspect, but I honestly could not doubt Toowoomba on the weekend at all. They even tried to do some pit interviews. I do wish there is something about live streams though at the moment. Toowoomba try to do it, the drivers at the pit gate and that, but then the drivers walk away because they don't, they're a bit like, I don't want to talk all the time. But then they're also trying to keep the people at the crowd engaged and get them on the big screen. But I'll have to admit, when I'm the one at home watching, I don't care what the crowd's doing. Like, so I don't know how you get that going or whatever. But it did feel like, oh my God, there was one break where I think they were tickling the track or something, like top and bottom. But I just don't know how we can get that better. Or, I don't know, pay-per-view when we got, like, I know there's, like, when there's 2 nights, 2 shows on at once, you should be able to get a great deal, buy 2, and then you can flick between the both.
Yeah.
Like $40 a pop. I'm not going to buy 2 Speedway shows on one night. That's $80.
$80, yeah.
I'm not doing that. No. I'm picking where the best field is, and that's it. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, unless I get there, like, even when I go to Morgan, we're like, well, I didn't spend the $500 to go there. I can at least watch it, can't I? Like, I cheer up, I've got to watch it with all my media stuff I do. But what was your one takeaway from the T-Bar features that has still stuck with you?
Oh, it had to be just how good the racing was top and bottom. That track was just on. Like, the way the slide jobs. And to be honest, I think my one biggest take was that first night, to think that Lockie had run away with it and the way Jock come back. Like, it was just unreal.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, to me, seeing Lockie go, I've got to go. Like, he's here.
Yeah.
In that lap traffic and everything, the way that just happened. Like, good on Lockie for staying in the lead. Like, that was a good run by him.
Yeah.
But it's just good to take out from that, 2 nights, is that there's not just one outstanding driver. There's multiple. And I love that. It just... It just, it sets it up for the rest of the season.
That was another thing, like you said, Lockie wasn't at Gladstone the day before or whatever too, and then Jock won by 11.4 seconds, lapped up to 4th.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like, if he wasn't even on the screen, they weren't showing him because he was that far ahead. They were like, well, what's interesting around here? And then they showed Claridge and Oldfield battling for 5th, and all of a sudden you seen Jock behind him, and I'm like, he's lapped up to 5th? Yeah. Like, and they didn't even say it because you can't, like, I get what they're trying to say. It's exciting. We're like, the 22, there's the leader. Like, these are lap cars. Like, and they weren't saying it, and then they're like, oh, and Jock won. I'm like, oh, yeah, he won like a lap ago, bro. Like he was done. So that was one of the most dominating things.
Yeah, because they're not going to try to say it because the commentators there and say he's left up the 5th. Everyone's going to be like, well, what's the point of watching it then?
Bro, like, they're like, in the battle for 5th between Claridge and Oldfield and Goodyer. And I'm like, Goodyer? And then I seen the red 22 behind. I'm like, he's not battling them. He's just showing us, like, get out of the way. But, oh, bro, it was wild. And I will have to say, my takeaway from T-Bar was Brock Hallett's decision in lap traffic. Because Jock got right on him. And it was like, there was this wall of cars, and I was like, this is the race. And it was like still 11 to go, But I'm like, this is it here. And I think he did like a short little slider, got through the middle because it was all where he could go. And Jock was just at the wrong spot in the corner to follow him. Like he got balked a bit. And then he got through and then that clean air. And I was like, come on, no yellow. Because I remember last year he had a race absolutely dialed and won at T-Bar. And then a yellow come out, McHugh got him on a restart because he just didn't know where the track was compared to McHugh chasing him.
How good was the heads-up racing from Jock when that lap car went over in front of him?
Bro.
That was scary. I can't believe he dodged that. That was unreal.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal. And I feel like last year that's where Jock would struggle and get unlucky. He'd get tagged in that and he just couldn't catch a break last year or he didn't really come to full, like, you know, get his break when February comes around back into that Motorplex and stuff. But, yeah, man, I think this weekend, cool show at Murray Bridge. I think the Saturday, it's a 2-night show there too. And the Saturday night, I believe, 10 grand to win as well. So that's cool. The Friday night's 5 grand. I haven't seen car nominations yet, but I definitely heard Brock Hallett's going to be there.
I'll have a look. I'll see if I can find something.
Yeah, try to find something. Jock Goodger's going to be there. I don't know if McHugh's travelling or not because there's another T-Bar show on. So I don't know if he's just going to stay up there. But yeah, I really think Murray Bridge can put on some ripper racing. Honestly, like when I went to the Australian title last year, first night was such a wow, what is going on with this sport night type deal. And the racing was good till we got there. And then the feature the second night or whatever, unreal. I was like, Murray Bridge, the sights and scenes of Murray Bridge, it's like a coliseum. It's something I've never seen. And you don't even, like, how do I explain it? Murray Bridge is a place you need to feel or you will never understand it. Or, you know it, bro. We watched the classic feature up on top of Mount Max. Like, watching that up there is like, until you're up there, bro, and they go, oh, it's a sold out or whatever, yeah, you cannot see grass.
Nah.
Like, it's so good, you know what I mean? And that was, I'm really keen. You know, Warrnambool's going through a bit of something again this year, different managers, and, you know, so I just thought they come off their best classic in a long time. Like, I felt like, for one, it was weird, right? The start of last year's classic didn't feel big for some reason. I don't know. Everyone was like in the pits. Crowd was good, but it was like. But then by night 3, bro, being in the crowd and seeing guys like Kobe Wright, Randy Morgan, Ryan Newton made their first classic. And you're like, oh, all right. And
I wonder if last year had something to do with maybe having the Oz title at the same track the week later.
It wasn't at Warrnambool last year.
Oh, you're talking about not this year or last year?
This year just gone. It was at Murray Bridge's title. But the year before, the first year we did it together, I feel like that classic was big, but it just, the whole thing surrounding it that year was the clay.
Yeah, it was.
The clay. And the year before that too, remember when they had the rainouts and it was like black clay, clay. Can't get the clay right, And it's like, oh.
But that last night, that rain out though, that last day was awesome. The two nights when they squashed the 2 nights together.
Oh, that night? Yeah, I didn't go to that one. That when Hallett won? When Hallett won?
Yeah, that was the 50th. That was the 50th anniversary. That was nuts. But then the good thing is you can take out of this next classic coming is higher prize money.
Yeah, big time. It needs to be. I'm sorry, like. If you can't call it the Knoxville Nationals of Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but I mean, like, when it's getting trumped by the Plex by 50 grand.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting trumped. Like, out of this ocean, whole country, like, it's double the prize money to win it. So, like, what do you do, man?
Well, you hope you get backing from high limits over there too, I guess.
Well, maybe. A few more poker machines, you know what I mean? From the Flying Horse. Slap one of them on it. By the way, when you win this year's classic, you win a poker machine money. Woo! And there's a mill. Happy days. Slap her up.
Sit there. Just get whoever's got the funds from Warrnambool to Premier Speedway. Just sit there, $5 spins and hope.
That's it. Like, that's your machine to play. Like, you go, man. So, you never know. But
that'd be a cool high limit. feature though, wouldn't it?
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Guy gets to sit there and it's like double your money or half. Oh, you just won the race, but you lose half your prize money. Half goes to charity. Sorry. What's happening? That would be wild. But I don't know. What's your vibe on the start of the season this year? You know, watching Chariots, watching Gladstone, watching Toowoomba. What's your vibe?
It's a better vibe than other years, I reckon. Like
Yeah.
the way the nominations were good this year at Chariots, better than the last couple of years.
Better, yeah.
Yeah, better. Obviously not. Could be better again, but it's in upwards. The racing was great. It was hard racing. You know, like you said, it was an unforgiving track, so it was really good to watch racing around it.
Yeah.
And then Toowoomba, just to have, you know, what we just had this weekend with the racing.
Man. It was a really good show at T-Bar.
It was. And it just, that excites me to see what we've got for the rest of the year.
The only thing I will say is, at the moment, McHugh is so good at T-Bar. You could not see him losing there if he's there every night. That is how good that number 7 team is at Toowoomba. It is ridiculous. Right now, how good that team is there. They just works. It's perfect. You know what I mean? You even seen last year, like, perfect example was that Red Hot shootout, that last night. Untouched. Yeah. You know, everyone was there. Untouched. Yeah, but it was good to see Marcus back in the seat too. Early in the year this year, like straight away travelling. It looked like he was in a Toowoomba car as well, so it looks like he'll have a white car and then a black car still. So not like how he was last year in a Valvoline sort of car and then the Toowoomba car. So yeah, that was cool, and I hope we get to see him a bit more, like, because he's a Sydney-based team really, but the team's actually from South Australia with whatever their deal is. But I just think there's a lot of upsides that we sort of just aren't feeling or being promoted yet. You know, like that Mildura show. I hope they get the right numbers for it.
Yeah.
Within the period, I think it's in a good spot. The only thing I will say, next year, the Australian title's on that spot. So what happens to that event? That's hard to build momentum straight away. Like, well, we got to move our date, and if it goes good. Mildura, you've been there for a 410 show, haven't you?
Yeah, multiple times, yeah.
Okay, so what is that type of track race like? I did see they raced there a bit, and they had one night was rubber really bad, wasn't it?
So it's a bull ring.
Like, what are we talking? Does two tracks have a baby and makes Mildura? Like, give me a vibe there.
Yeah, well, it's got the banking. It's got very steep banking.
Okay.
Like, it'd be more banked than Warrnambool.
You reckon?
By far. Yeah, 100%. It's very steep banking.
Shape-wise?
Yeah, so it's banked. It's wide. It's actually quite wide. It never used to be as wide as it is. So it's really track as well. You kind of, it's hard to explain. Like, it's probably not much smaller than Warrnambool, maybe the slightest, but a bit wider. And banked.
That's pretty wide then.
Yeah.
And is it like turn one sharper or wider or like?
No, it's pretty even both corners.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's promising. How many other shows are they having there this year? Do you know?
Obviously, because I'm not living there anymore, I haven't really been paying too much attention.
You used to be like the guy for Mildura. I was like, what's going on in Mildura? You could tell me the orange juice price and the milk price. Well, I'll tell you right now, the field's $1.73 on Tuesdays.
Yeah, no, it's good. So we got the Scorcher, which is a 2-night meet, and that's in November. And then we're also part of the new Speed Week.
Yeah, that's going to be cool, man. That is going to be cool. So
yeah, it looks like there's some good people, like there's some good funding for that Speed Week, and it looks good. It looks really good.
I'm just going to get some dates here. I'm just seeing what we've got here. So yeah, so this weekend. All right, so I'm sort of like November onwards because I'm a bit behind right now with all my stuff, and I am trying to get to Plex on the 18th. That'll be my first travel, but I don't know yet. It's not 100%, but I do want to try and get there. Warrnambool kicks off November 1. Toowoomba has a nice stint. Murray Bridge, another SA title. 2-night show there. that Super 8s one they do, whatever they
Yeah.
call it, Super 8s or whatever. That's a 2-night show with the SA title night one. I reckon that'll be a good field.
Hmm.
2 nights. Like, this running vibe of guys starting this year 2 nights. I like it. It draws a team. We'll come down for 2 nights. 12
100%.
hours is better than 1 night. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's because Sydney's been a gap now. You know what I mean? And like we're trying to attract the New South Wales guys or Toowoomba guys to come because it's like, well, you're coming not for just one unlucky night if shit happens. You've got to bounce back, and we've seen that at Toowoomba.
Yeah, the good thing at the moment as well with the kind of Victorian area, which I noticed with this Scorcher as well that Mildura tried to do, they got done. It clashed with other speedways, and they actually all come together and made sure it works for everyone, which is good to see from the Victorian side and South Australian side that speedways are coming together to make sure they're not clashing, so everyone gets the best nomination.
Yeah, the thing is when you say like the clashing, why don't they just all go? Let's all 4 of us have a meeting. You want to run Friday night or Saturday night? You want to run Sunday night? Do you think you'll get a crowd? I don't know. Like, that's what we're talking about now, man. Like, I'd love to see Avalon, Warrnambool, Mount Gambier every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, bro, like, how good would that be? I don't know if it would ever work in our economy and whatever our sport is like, but, man, like, that is literally an American life racing in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Williams Grove, Lincoln, Port Royal. Boom, 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 boom. Like, happy days, Did a podcast last week with Justin Whittle. Got to upload at the end of this week. He goes, bro, there's like 12 tracks within 5 hours of each other.
Yeah.
Or more. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I can race anywhere I want. Like, and they do on the same nights because there's that, but again, there's that many car counts, bro. There's going to be 20 at each no matter what. So they're happy. So then he goes, it sort of does sometimes separate A and B grade. B grade sort of goes to Lincoln because it's less money, where the big dogs go to Port because it's 10, 12 grand to win. But then the other guys go, well, I'm not going to make the feature at Port against those guys, but I can still make some good bread running top 5 at Lincoln. So, like, the fans are there, but I think they clash because they know they can have enough car count to justify it. Where if we did that in Victoria, you're going to get 30 cars or it's going to be 10 and 15 or 15. But you will find a separation because the guys are trying to go, well, I'll get more money racing there or I like here. So that's why I think it wouldn't work at the moment. And then again, you got guys like Toowoomba, it's too far away. Like, what are you going to come do? So the speed week where it works because everyone is not clashing. Next track. The speed week looks good, man. I'm excited for it. I'm just excited to see more Border Town, to be honest. I absolutely loved that place. And they're so... Oh, it's refreshing to see a speedway. Track first, races happy, the rest will come. And the fans are still going there. Like, and it's just grandstand, like college football type seats, but
yeah, it was. Yeah.
Man, it's a vibe. Like, you will never see racing anywhere in the country like Border Town. They like. Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it's like it's up there with one of my top 3 tracks in the country.
100% same.
Like easy. What I mean, it's like Perth doesn't race like it, but it doesn't race like Perth. But man, I remember walking out there, first day being there and going, how the hell are they going to get to the top?
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine going and seeing Eldora then, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah. But that's like the good thing with Border Town because I went for the opening.
Yeah, first night, right. That's Speed Week. You went in the Speed Week?
Yeah, I went Speed Week, which was the first time they raced there. Yep. And the atmosphere there, like even in the town, like the day off, because we got there pretty much 10 a.m. in the morning, so we had it all day. And just the buzz like in the town was just unreal.
Yep.
Like you could tell everyone was pumped for it. The town was excited. The fans were happy. I mean, I've never had to line up for near an hour to get into a track because it was just that packed. Like,
Was it really that busy there?
Yeah, it was that busy.
Oh,
The
see,
line
when
was
I went, it
big.
wasn't that busy. It was in between the title, and sort of like people had gone back to work, and it was sort of a weird spot to get to if you weren't following it die hard.
And it was sold out as well. The opening night. Yeah, that was completely sold out. We could not get tickets if you rocked up that day.
What? Oh, I absolutely love it. Like, the facility just... Okay, it's weird. There's no facility. It's a track. Right, yeah. So you can't even say that, but that's how blown away. Like, I did not give a shit.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, this product is awesome. And even on TV, when you talk to people, you're like, yeah, it looked like it raced really well. It raced really well. Some drivers said, like, the guys that have been to Peevely said, look, it's not exactly like Peevely. I love their honesty, but they're like, who gives a shit? This is awesome still.
Exactly right.
Like, you can say it's scanned like it and whatever, but you're never going to get it identical. Let's be real. It's just never
you kind of want a track to have its own personality.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want it to be exactly copied. Like, I know it was laser scanned.
You couldn't, though. The clay material, the weather, the where it is, you're never going to get it like Peevely because it's just not in Peevely. The weather. Which is good. People working on it. Bro, you should... How cool... Did you see the water on that guy? How far that motherfucker sticks out?
Yeah.
I'm blown away, bro. And it's like this long as... I'm like, is that thing going to just snap off? Like, all the weight in that? Like,
it's like the tractor does not go on the track. It literally rolls around the infield.
Yeah, it can't. It would tip.
Like,
it's crazy. It's so good. But yeah, so we got more racing there this year. So Bordertown Speed Week. And then we go back there in January for a 2-night show. Cool. Perfect. Awesome. Gonna be sick. I think that'll be a track where we will see a different winner every time there this year. It's so new, and like from when I went compared to when you went, the track was so different again. There was a dead set top and bottom. Your night took a little bit of rubber late, but you had to find it. Like I remember being there and like talking with Buzzy, James McFadden's crew chief. He's like, man, well, the track's just wearing out our tyres. I've got to get the stagger ride. And, you know, they got it worked out later in the night. He came from, like, 11th through, you know. But, yeah, it's really cool, man.
You know what else does a stand out from Bordertown, though? I know it's a bit different, but the lighting. How cool's the lighting there?
So good. You know why I noticed it so much? Because I'd been to T-Bar recently, before that, and their lighting wasn't good. I was like, oh, it's so dark here. And then you go to Tolma and you're like, holy shit, this place is lit up. Like,
and then they're full wide and the lights are flashing.
It's like a sports game. Like a AFL or NRL, like pre-show, the players running out. Yeah, rip. Yeah, it's awesome, man. It was so good. Well, this weekend, Murray Bridge, I think it's going to be a ripper show. The Maddington Toyota Series is kicking off on the 18th. Like I said, I'm trying to get there. They are going so many different places this year. Albany, Geraldton, and Kalgoorlie, I think they added as well. Kalgoorlie, if no one knows, that's like Red Desert way. Like in the middle. I think it's like a 5+ hour drive. Or maybe more. Perth's 5 hour. Geraldton's 5 hours up. And Albany's all the way at the bottom. But apparently Albany is beautiful. The place. I reckon it's a beach. That's around, though, after Adelaide. So they've still got the Napa race on the 26th, 27th, and 28th of November. And then those guys who are going to do that, I'm assuming it's the, you know, same old Kingshot, Williamson's, Prides. They'll come to Adelaide maybe and then drive back. But I think we might see maybe a closer series points this year with the different tracks like that. I know we're only seeing one time they're going to... Geraldton, sorry, is a 2-night show, which is cool. February 28th and I think March 1st. I think Albany's only a 1 night and Kalgoorlie's only a 1 night. But those 1 nights can be so crucial in points. Like, I don't know if any of those guys that actually race right now have had laps at Albany and Kalgoorlie in a 410 sprint car.
Yeah.
So... they're nights where they're going to go there and go, oh. Like, you never know. You could go there and it could be bad and rubber down and it's over. But that's like, you got to give these tracks a crack. Like, they're trying to grow that series, you know. And I don't know where else they could go in there.
No.
Like, I think
Like,
they've grown
when
it
I was,
definitely this year.
yeah,
Oh, and Ellenbrook. They go Ellenbrook
yeah.
too, so.
So when I was in Western Australia and I was working up there, there is a few tracks up there. They look all right.
Yeah,
But
but
the
can they
issue
handle
is,
a 410 sprint car?
well, the issue is it's time of the year. It's wet season.
Oh.
So there's no point driving all the way up north, WA,
It's just pissing
just for
down.
it to, just for it to be pissing down the whole time. It's
Is it
just not worth
really?
it.
How far up we talking, though?
Like, I'm talking like Newman, Broome, and all that. But they do their speedway.
When do they do their speed week?
Yeah, they do a speedway like Broome, Newman, and all that. They do a speed week. It's like mid-year, around mid-year.
Yeah, but see, that's like Chariots. September's perfect for them, or August, like.
Well, that's exactly right, because Chariots they can't do Chariots in the middle of January. It would never work. It would get rained out.
Yeah, so I can see what they're trying to do, and the buzz, I feel like WA can just, like, keep growing your thing, bro. That's where when I was talking to, like, Dane Kingshot and that, it'd be like, what happens if you do a national series, though? You guys are building something really special and cool over there. How would a national series fit in with Maddington Toyota Series? It wouldn't.
No.
Like, the series or Maddington Toyota Series would have to work in with a national series and have, like, a full chocker sprint car break. Like, what, December, like, after high limit? From, like, January to... Nah, like... I don't know. It would have to, how I don't know how it would work now.
It'd have to be like you'd have to do like the start of the series, like now, start it now, stop it middle of the season, and do it at the end.
Yeah, but you can't because you need Americans like High Limit and Outlaw guys able to compete in it because that elevates our sport if they're here. It just does, right? And our product. Yeah, they might win, but we can beat those guys. You know what I mean? Like, could you can't tell me, in the scheme of things, we wait till High Limit done, right? You start the national, like me, I'm always about this, and this is where the Speed Week and the High Limit thing is always going to be a pickle, right? High Limit guys are good for this because their series doesn't start in February like the Outlaws, so that's the only issue. But if you go, all right, we're going to start our national series in early December, right? Let's say Adelaide. That would be the hardest first round ever. 3 rounds.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that. Like, that would separate a series. You know what I mean? Like, it would.
Kick off, though, with the crowd, the atmosphere and all that. It'd be an awesome
Supercars, then you might get people saying, like, oh, that's the national series. This is round 1. Because Supercars is finished. You got to have something to watch now, bro. This is your new sport to watch.
That Adelaide event in general is just like you got Supercars, you got Sprintcars, you've got Supercross as well. Yeah. Like I can't think of any other motorsports event in Australia that's that big. Like as in with.
Well, they're saying I heard now they're going to change the formation of how the stuff was. So I think the pits might be on the other side, even though they had that cool ramp. I just heard a few things that maybe they're going to change it to try give the crowd more of a look, which I'm all for. Like, I want it to be like fucking Coliseum shit. Like, that would be epic, bro.
I like the way Adelaide, like, the organisers run that event. Like, you got to put, it's just unreal. You got to take your hats off to them. Like, they are just so good at what they do. And every year, even before all of this, the Adelaide 500 is always like, me being a big Supercars fan, that's the race you're looking forward to. Like, obviously, you got Bathurst, but
Bathurst is legacy. Like, I'm not a Supercar fan, but I'll chuck Bathurst on. I always do.
It's like the Classic. You know what I mean? Like, Classic will always be one of the biggest events. Even if there is better events out there, the Classic's.
Yeah,
Bathurst is Bathurst. The AFL Grand Finals, the AFL Grand Finals. The NRL Grand Finals, the NRL Grand Final. It's just how it is.
100%. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I just don't see the room where we're going to ever fit it again. No. It's sad. It really is. You can see what Power Tours Speed Week trying to do because you got to think 26th through to President's Cup or King's Challenge. That could be your series, but then
I
you
was gonna
never
say
go
that power
west.
series is the closest thing to a national series.
Yeah, and then let's say they did a title. This is the old way, right? This is how it would work old ways, but then you
Yeah.
miss out on maybe some Americans, but maybe not, because all the Americans are in Perth now, where they used to always start at like Archerfield on Boxing Day World Series,
Mm.
always. And I don't care what anyone says. Oh, Sydney is the reason why World Series didn't happen, bro. I was a kid. They didn't come fucking to Sydney Parramatta Speedway for like 10 years with World Series. They didn't come. They skipped us all the time because whatever, the politics or whatever, which we did. Parramatta never needed World Series. Like there was enough cars. Like a World Series event then was like 65 cars, bro. Like because there was that much local talent and stuff. But it would be like you start at the Toowoomba. No, you start at where is it? The Speed Week Murray Bridge. Run through the President's Cup Kings Challenge, stop, classic title, then they all go to Perth into February. And that was the end of World Series. And that right there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the Western Spring. You got 15 rounds.
I mean, really, you got to think about it. Like, the only way you'd probably be able to do it now is you're going to have to put the World Series in with these events. Like, you're going to have to put the Classic as a round of World Series. You're going to have to put maybe like a high limits type thing like they do over there as a part of the World Series. Like even this Red Hot Summer Shootout, that's a round of the World Series. It's the only way you can do it.
It's the only way because then you're forcing guys who are signing up to travel the country.
Yeah.
Like, and every event is a bigger event then, but... Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those topics where I get really frustrated thinking about because there's nothing better than going to an event and it's the racing for points and the classic. Like, there's nothing better than... You go and walk up to a team and you're like, oh yeah, I just need to pass 3 cars and it'll be good. Or, fuck, I didn't pass the car, I just lost 12 points. And where the events where, like, you're just rocking up racing, oh, it's a start-up, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I feel as a fan, I'm just a bit, You know, like, I don't mind these 2-round championship rounds and race for good money, but, yeah, man, I don't know. You say you're buzzing. I don't know. Maybe because I'm in Sydney and I'm a bit disappointed that I don't have a direction. You know, because already this year I was already like traveling. I'd been to Queensland twice, and I was buzzing. Sydney was still going, and I don't know. I'm just I'm a bit slow into it this year with family stuff, and obviously a bit sick. But yeah, I think it's going to pick up. I think when Perth picks up, I know that's me. They just got good social media teams. It's buzzing, and they do a lot of things really good. And Toowoomba, they're really good with their stuff too. So when those two are going, because you can watch one first, and then you watch it. Perth later because they're like 3 hours delayed and then you can watch 2 events in one night, not missing anything, you know. So but yeah, oh man, just last thing, T-Bar, good job, you have won me over every event. I'm going to nearly watch every T-Bar event this year on Gladview or whatever, because like that was just awesome racing and I think we're going to see some cool stuff. What's been happening, AG, in the world of F1. I have pushed so far away from it. Is our man Oscar still going all right, or he's no good?
Yeah, so F1 this last weekend was Azerbaijan. It was a street race, and it was a bit iffy. So basically, it started off qualifying. It was the qualifying with the most red flags they've ever seen.
Wow.
There was that many accidents. Like, it was
Guys
full
just
on.
pushing it, or the weather, or what?
It's just pushing it. Straight circuit. It's full on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was happening. Oscar crashed in qualifying. So that sucked. Put him down to P10. And then the race was good until the start. So it started off.
What? How? The race was good till the start. That means the whole race was shit.
The race is terrible from the start. So it started off with qualifying. The race.
Oh, no shit. What are we talking about here?
All right.
Did you watch it?
P10. Yeah, so he started P10. Lights have gone out. He's gone into anti-stall. So the car just did not go.
The guy at the front?
No, Oscar.
Oh, right, yeah.
His car went into anti-stall. He didn't get a good start. He ended up dropping last by the time he hit the first corner.
It's over on the street race then.
Yeah. He got through the first sector, probably to about turn 10, and put in the wall.
Oh my God.
But he's had a basically perfect season up until this race.
Yeah.
But he's still leading the championship, which is what matters.
Wild.
So he's still got it over Lando, and yeah, Max just dominated.
Yeah, I know. Binny was going off in the chats, and I'm like, oh, he must be going all right. I flicked it on, nearly fell asleep because it was F1. But I I was in the chat. I love getting the boys up in the chat. I go, all right, please explain to me how F1 is good, and you can't use the word strategy. Go.
Strategy.
And they're like, oh, they've got to conserve their tyres. And I'm like, so strategy? And they're like, yeah, shut up. And I'm like, oh, what's so hard about F1? The guys who are at the back put the soft tyres on the make-up spots, and the guys at the front use hard tyres because then they just hold the lead and then win with the soft tyres. Is that right? Oh, sometimes. It's like, okay.
But a track like what we had, like with Azerbaijan being a straight circuit, like qualifying, you could be just a normal motorsports fan and you would have loved qualifying.
Yeah, see, you know what? Even listening to the commentators, I feel like they're G'd up a bit of qualifying now. They're like, who's going to be that fastest? And then the racing happening, bro, they're like, not even on Max Verstappen, he's out by that far. And it's like, oh.
Like, even when I went to the Australian Grand Prix this year, like, I went to qualifying day. I know that's when I'm going to see these cars at their peak. This is where they're going to be going far. You know what I mean? Like, the difference is with Formula One is, like, compared to Speedway, is that in the race, compared to qualifying, there could be 3-4 seconds difference in speed.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Where a sprint car, from qualifying to hot laps to heats to dash to main, they are flat out the whole lot.
Yeah. They probably drop 3 seconds. True. Like,
that's is that because of the track or because of them?
The track.
Exactly right.
But the track wears away.
Exactly right. Where they're still racing hammer and tong. Where with F1, it's different. They're letting off. They're fuel saving. They're conserving their tyres. You're not seeing them flat out for the whole race.
Sprint cars do that too a little bit.
Yeah. Not as noticeable, though. Not as noticeable.
Yeah, to the eye. But, he's on the fence and he's leading. And like McHugh the other night, Jock caught him and then he had to flick it up a gear.
Yeah.
And you see in the interviews, I was just saving my tyre. I felt good. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, shit, I don't have time to save my tyre now. Or, not many, under the yellow, they flick the fuel tap. You got to be careful with that stuff. But, we did forget about one thing, mate. Not a good time. Michael Stewart at T-Bar.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he has fractured a lot of vertebrae in that wreck, the incident with Kinser Claridge in the B main. So Michael was started about 6th or whatever, ripping the lip. Kinser slides up. I thought it was just racing for the same spot. Like, they're going around it. I don't know. I don't know. What do you... you were a bit aggressive going, what is that? Blah, blah, blah. But, I don't know. I just see a slide job on a car and then Michael's hauling. He didn't see that till it was on his nose. Like... Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't it's not a right rear. That is the same time. Like, this way, bro. Like, he's momentum in the right rear. I think, from looking at it. But anyway.
I think more the way I look at it is turn 1, lap 1. I just don't think, why are you going for something so outrageous?
Was it that outrageous, though?
To me, I thought it was outrageous. I thought from where he's come from was insane.
I thought the same at first. Like, hang on a second here. Was it a careless slider knowing the whole field's coming around the top side?
That's what
But again, I've never drove a sprint car, so I can't make that judgment. We can see it from every different angle. You can take a side. I've never drove one, and besides iRacing, and I hit the wall either way, so I can't judge it. But focusing on Michael Stewart, this is where it gets a bit serious and personal. You have an accident like this, he still has a full-time job. He's trying to support his family, not by sprint car racing, by working. When you get an incident like this, it takes a hit to your family life. So I have got word from team owner Scott Jones. They're doing a little release. Hopefully by the time the pod's out tomorrow, Michael Stewart will have a new shirt out. Please go and buy yourself a Michael Stewart hoodie or shirt. All the funds are going to Michael's recovery and helping him support his family during this time of recovery. So I'll be doing post, and it's probably on this clip right now. I don't know the website. The website's on the clip now, whatever we're watching. I'll get confirmed of that. But he fractured his C6, 7, T2, T3, T4, T5. All fractured. And I'm not going to lie, it happened to a very close friend of mine. Very similar to Jordan Brazier's crash last year at T-Bar in qualifying. The wreck doesn't look that bad, but it's purely how these sprint cars are made. It is the flawless safety thing at the moment. As soon as they land on those tubes, they're locked in these harnesses. The only thing to give way of energy is their spine. The chassis don't break. The harnesses don't break. Their body is getting this G-force through, and unfortunately your spine takes the impact. Now, they get out and walk and know straight away. But they're trying to build things in America now to improve this. I did reach out to some other sprint car drivers and ask questions like, before I talked about this tonight, like how is it different? Why does this happen versus sometimes doesn't? This never never really happened in the 90s because no one was locked down like this in the 90s. It was like a little bit free and you can do this a bit. Nowadays, they're so locked down, and especially you have tall guys. They run tall chassis. But some guys don't run tall chassis in a tour, and they're as low as they can be in that car, mate. And their seat is so close to the torque tube and the rear end, when they have an incident like this, that all that stuff under their seat hits them so far up in the butt, and your back is the only thing to give. Like, if you watch that crash, you know when it happened. It's not in the air. It's literally boom when it landed just on, and it wasn't a big wreck. I've seen way bigger crashes. You know what I mean? And so, again, the shirt's up there now. I'm going to grab them. They look sick, by the way. So they will be, so get around it. Support Michael. All the funds are going to him and his family from the shirt to get him by these next hard few weeks when obviously he's going to be resting. So look out for yourself, brother. Really got a lot of time for Michael Stewart and the Bohard team, Scotty Jones, all the team. They were one of the first guys to give Codeman a crack as well. Got so much time and had a lot of post-race bevies with him at the track after what a season Michael had, winning all those races. And it's a scary thing. Driver gets hurt like that, you know, and so early in the season. But just such a lately when a driver is hurt, besides Eldora, for God's sakes, that was ridiculous. Those crashes were freaking huge. Oh yeah, and you're like, oh yeah, someone's hurt. Like straight, oh yeah, they're hurt. But that's Eldora. But these ones lately in this matter aren't big and massive injuries. So it's scary. We don't talk about it enough, but hopefully, you know, it's getting on the way. And we always talk about, you know, halos on top so their heads don't go out, but it's up the backside that's really getting all the drivers. And it's back to a scary spot to hurt, man. So look out for Michael Stewart's t-shirts. It'll be on Bohard Racing, probably Instagram or Facebook or something like that. But go and grab yourself one and rep it at the track this year for sure. All right. 100%. Didn't want to forget that one. But yeah, bro, we talked about Adelaide. Now, you're a big supercar guy, you always have been. Can you just, as a supercar fan, are you happy the direction the sport's gone in with all this playoff shit? I was real heavy on it. The Sprintcars need it, but then now I'm watching the high limit and they're focusing on something cool, the team points, and that's where the money is now, not the hero winning the championship, which I'm all for because you want more teams on the road. How is this? They don't really talk about money in supercars, and it's just about now it's a playoff Is that just them trying to ride the NASCAR coattails, or what is it?
Oh, it's definitely viewership and entertainment purposes.
Yeah,
No
has
doubt
to be,
about
eh?
it. Yeah, yeah. Which, to be honest, I at this stage, I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
For the reason being, you love a championship that goes down to the final weekend.
It's like a
right now,
football
if you look
game.
at-
It's like a
yeah,
football series, It's a grand
yeah.
final.
Like if you look at it right now, I'm not 100%, but if like Brock wins Bathurst or the race after, he could just about wrap up the championship if it wasn't playoffs.
Yeah, I heard something like that. It was pretty much over already
Yeah,
again, like
well, pretty much
2 months
like
out.
yeah, like it pretty much is already like if it was not like Brock, I don't see anyone catching him, but I don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to think about it as it's already done because it's going to come down, and it's good. Like because I actually can't wait. My biggest thing is I can't wait to see the team strategy and what teams are going to do if one
Team
driver
strategy when, like, let's say,
one driver's in, one driver's
Thomas Randall going to be in it versus Cam Waters not, or vice versa? Is that going to happen?
How are they going to use their second driver?
Oh, you'd use him up. You'd use him up.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of controversial moments.
You can't call it controversy. It's part of the game now. Like, that's sick.
But I feel like it's better the sport, I reckon. But you don't know until this season's done. It's the first time.
I don't even say that. It's got a 5-year window. That's because, like, history, mate, like, everyone's so used to something until you change something. But then you got to remember, let's say my young fella's 4. He wouldn't know the supercar playoff was different when he's now 12 in 8 years. It's just going to be normal to him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why, like, everything has to change at one point. And I feel like me as a viewer who doesn't watch it all year, if you tell me I can go to Adelaide, watch the Sprintcars, and then you're like, oh no, it's going to come down to this race, you should go watch it, Code. I'll be like, okay, cool. Tell me what's going on. All right, I'm in. Like, but if it's already done and over, like last year I did not care. Wasn't it last year you had to come from whoop to win, or what did you have to do last year or something?
It still technically did come down to the last 2 races, but there had to be a lot in play for it to.
Yeah, like it was so lopsided. Like he has to finish Lewis in 19th or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like. So how do they get into the playoff? Is it like NASCAR, win a race? Because like doesn't Brock Blaney win half of them all the time?
No, it's not win a race.
Okay, so how do you get in the playoffs? So like 10. The points and all.
Yeah. So it's top 10. Okay. So top 10 go into the playoffs, but the way it works is they've got a sprint cup and then the endurance cup. So they did the sprint cup, which is now done.
Yep.
And that was won by Brock Blaney. So he gets, don't mark my word for it, but I'm pretty sure he gets 25 points already to his name for the playoffs.
Yep.
And then whoever wins the Enduro Cup also gets 25 points added to their name for the...
So the Enduro Cup's got Bathurst involved, obviously.
Yeah, so the Bend, that just happened, the race that I went to in South Australia, and now you've got Bathurst, so it's just those 2. And then after that, it is playoffs time. But the only thing that I don't like is I wish it kind of was you won a race, you're locked in.
Yeah, that's cool. But is there an uncertainty winner like NASCAR? Sometimes not really.
See, yeah, and the thing is as well is what I would like to see is the winner of the Sprint Cup and the winner of the Enduro Cup get locked into the top 4.
Yeah.
I don't think it's rewarding enough for the Sprint Cup and the Enduro Cup. I feel like you should be, all right, you're locked into the top 4, and now the rest of the 8 drivers have to go through the whatever top 10, top 6, whatever it is to get to the top 4. And then it's just those 2 spots that the rest are all fighting for it in. I feel like that's how it should happen. But obviously not. And, some people will agree with me, some people will disagree, but that's how I feel that it's not rewarding enough. And that's coming from someone who's not a fan of, Brock Blaney. I'm not a Red Bull fan. I don't like Red Bull, but I think he should be rewarded more for what he's done this year.
So they've still got a so-called team championship, yeah?
Yeah, team championship's got
So
nothing to do with playoffs.
yeah, but that is like the original Super Cup champion, really. Like Brock Feeney wins, the team normally wins, correct?
No.
How not? Is the other guy that
Well,
bad? He doesn't carry
well,
his weight.
if you got Brock dominating, but the other drivers finish, you got Will Brown as his teammate. If he's finishing, 10th, 15th, 16th, and you've got
Second,
let's say
second and fifth, second and fifth. Yeah, okay, that makes
exactly
sense.
right. You're gonna have better points, like team points. It's like if you look at the Formula One, the first year, the last year, Max won. So last year, Max won the championship, but McLaren won the team standings
because the other Red Bull driver nowhere to be bloody found. Yeah, fair enough.
exactly right. Yep.
Okay, I get that. Well, I don't see that as a bad thing at all. Me as a outside supercar guy, I'll probably watch the grand final now because it's a playoff. Like it'll probably be a thing where I watch Bathurst and that now, or just these little championships that keep you invested. But it is crazy, man. Like
even Bathurst, like this year, Bathurst is going to be better than last year.
Why?
So what they've done is last year Bathurst was a snooze fest. There was one safety car out of the whole race, basically led from start to finish. Which, don't get me wrong, to lead Bathurst from start to finish,
Pretty hard.
that's insane. Like that is insane to be able to keep up lap times, everything throughout the whole 161 laps.
Yeah.
But this year, they've now changed it back to how it originally was, where a co-driver's allowed to start the race.
Yeah.
What they did last year is they made it that all the main game drivers have to start the race.
Why?
And what I don't know. To be honest, I don't know the reason why, but what it did is it made everyone on the same strategy. Everyone was doing the same pit stops.
Well, no shit.
Exactly right. Where now, and that's why the race was so boring. And that's why, because it was, led start to finish, because everyone was pitting at the same time. There was no, I'm trying to undercut you, I'm trying to overcut you type thing. There's none of that. There's no strategy. All right. And in a long endurance race, you need strategy. You do.
Agreed, 100%.
Yeah. It juices things up, and that's what they've done. They've gone back to him, which I think will spice up to be a good race. And by the looks of it, there's actually like you see the last Enduro, Brody Kostecki won for Dick Johnson Racing.
Mm-hmm.
That team, he's only won, I think, one race this year.
Yeah, I was going to say they haven't been in the media as much as I thought they were going to be.
There's some really, really good lineups there with co-drivers as well. Like, I'm actually really excited about this because it's the same every year, but Bathurst, you can never predict a winner, and that's what makes it so exciting.
Agreed. I agree with that because I remember as a kid, it was always listening to my dad and my uncles going like, "Oh, this guy's gonna win. He never wins," or "What a team these two have come." Or then you tried to see like the Scaife and Lowndesy do it together, and like that was cool. So no, it's good.
That's the thing. Like you can get your Scaifes and even the Peter Brocks back in the day.
Yeah,
they didn't always win. They did win a lot, but when it comes to Bathurst, it's anyone can win.
100%. And that's why I always I know when Bathurst is on. That's the race I do check in, and because it's history, like winning the Bathurst, is a big deal in supercars, man. Like, so
it's the biggest motorsport event in Australia.
I believe so.
Yeah,
100%. Besides maybe the F1 when it comes, like that's fucking mega.
Yeah, exactly.
But like history and every Aussie knows about Bathurst. Doesn't matter if you live in what state you live in, you know what Bathurst 1000 is. So, all right, man. Well, that's good. That's on soon. This weekend is the last marquee USA sprint car event, the National Open at Williams Grove. It is one of the big threes where you've got like the Knoxville Nationals, the Kings Royal, then you got the National Open. It is like one of those. It's going to be a huge field. I think it's going to be a cross between Outlaws, High Limit, Mega, normally when the PA guy wins, the town goes off. I do think it's going to be a bit hard to win as a PA guy now. I'm not sure what High Limit guys are going there because as we've seen earlier in the year, when it's an Outlaw big event, the High Limit guys boycotted a bit. Like this year's I-55 was probably the least number of cars in I-55. A lot of them chose to do the 360 Nationals. Do you know what I mean? Like literally every High Limit guy did not do I-55. They boycotted it. So I don't know if that's them going, well, we're going to not compete with you or help your events or whatever. You don't know. I reckon High Limit's trying to get in Knoxville's good books to get some events there because I don't think they really have a round there. But yeah, Aussie over there still. Ryan Newton last weekend there. It's been so good watching him. He's done so many races there this year, and the buzz is, how's he going to be when he comes back? But just adding another quality car to that top 5, top 6 in Australia, and we're going to be seeing some cool big fields here in Australia November onwards. Adelaide, and they're all together, and then we move on. So, it's going to be mega, man. So, Outlaws in America starting to wind down soon as they get into late October. But the high limit points are now focusing on Aaron Lytle's team versus Rico's team. Rico, I reckon, will hold up the points championship. But I think that battle you're watching the 87 versus the 24 now, not for the points championship, for the team points. That's what they're really trying to focus on, which I'm all for. And I think I like how they're trying to teach the audience now. Like, because they've been promoting that, and they're like, so why are you promoting this, not the driver points? And everyone's like, well, because that's where the money is, bro. So I like that.
What do you think of Rico and Tony Stewart?
Yeah, man. See how much has happened? We haven't talked about anything. We haven't had a pod in like a month or maybe 2 months, or it feels like. Everything that's going on. It's just going to be a Rico Abreu car slapped with Tony Stewart colours. Like, let's be real. Rico has his set cars, for who he is. The team they've built, why would you go away from how successful they've been? Ricky Warner is Ricky Warner. Like, it's literally, even like, they're not running 15, they're running 24 because Rico's bringing the brand. Rico Abreu's a brand. So, I think it's cool. Sad thing is, High Limit didn't gain a team, but Outlaws lost a team. Like, you know what I mean? They're losing Tony Stewart Racing. High Limit are gaining Tony Stewart Racing, but it's still not another car. It's
Do you think they will branch out to another car, though?
No. Why? Tony Stewart's got all his money wrapped up in the drags, bro.
Yeah.
Why would he do another car? That'd be ludicrous. You know what I mean? But some of the things you heard come out of like the Donny shots, and it was it sounded like behind the scenes wasn't great for a while. And even like you heard Tony Stewart in some of his things, like, it feels like I'm having a divorce tomorrow, like when he was going to bed or like before he did it, and it was a quick cut shop. You can't tell me Rico and him weren't talking about this for a while. Like, maybe he was just waiting for Rico and everything to be signed off and just let Donny do his thing. Or, I mean, you got to feel as a Donny fan, man, like, it just wasn't happening though. And I think he's prime, like, whatever cars he's in now, I'm not saying it's his ability, definitely he's one top 3 sprint car drivers ever to ever do it. Him, Donny Shots, him, Steve Kinzer, and I don't know, you could throw in a Sammy Swindell, a Doug Wolfgang, a Jack Hudenshield, or I don't know, who else would you throw in there? David Gravel now, like those type, Brad Sweet, like, they're the top ever. It's so cool though how the sprint car community has came around him, because he's a signed driver. Like he had the ride with the Gravel, that was a cool team up. I don't know how long that was supposed to be. Whatever, it only lasted a short time. Then he had the green car. Now he's got the sides thing, which the sides thing I think will ride this season.
Yep.
Like, it'll finish. And I'm not sure what Donny does. Is this it, or does he just focus and go run Knoxville? Who knows, man? Like, there's Donny shots. He's still going to get a ride. But
he's got that freedom to do whatever he wants. If he wants to retire, like, no one's going to be like, everyone's going to just praise him.
Exactly. It's going to be like, all right, well, yeah, thanks, bro. Like Steve Kinzer did, just Tony Stewart ended, and he was like, that's it, I'm done. So, and we wouldn't hold that against him. Like, I did wish we get to see him down in Perth one more time. It would have been sick, just to see Donny shots again, but I don't see that happening. Like, there's been so much that's happened in the world of sprint cars and racing since we did the last pod, like the Cole Macedo, Buddy Kofoid swap. Bro, that was wild.
How about the top wing in the Outlaws the other day?
Oh, bro, we haven't even talked about that. See how much? Bro, Dale, you don't even know who Dale Blaney is, do you?
I have no idea who he is.
Wait a second. Like, for me, bro, this is Dale Blaney. I think that was him. It was. He, bro, ran the Outlaws in the 90s. Like, he's 61. He's the oldest winner ever in the World of Outlaws the other day.
That's insane.
Yeah, so I remember this Dale Blaney car.
Mm.
This little bad boy is one of those dirty ones. Like, it looks dirty or something. My brother had it. Yeah, so this was on the PS2 game. You could use this one as him. That was Dale Blaney, and they called him Lowrider because he was on the bottom. And then he had this other yellow and blue car in the 90s. He won a lot of races, bro. And his brother Dave Blaney was older. But I think Dave owns Sharon where he won. Like, that's their local track they own. And, bro, did you even see the photos of the shocks going into the front wing?
Nah.
So they had holes under the front wing because they had shocks where the rod was always sticking out. So it was about they're trialing these different shocks where the oil doesn't change in the shock, like it goes up and down the rod. So the rod was sticking into the front wing. So they had 2 holes in the front wings where the shock could go.
What, so the shocks were just really soft?
No, that was just in case. I don't know. Yeah. But they were rods. So you know how normally you see the shock on a sprint car and it clicks on. I mean, they screw it on, but it's the top and you just see the bottom half. Well, imagine if there was a rod sticking out the top and the shock could go like that.
That's insane.
That looked really bad, eh? But yeah, so it was so cool. And you know what? The things I hated in the comments, people were like, oh my God, that was illegal. Let's be real. How many other tracks would that shit work at?
It wouldn't.
What exactly? So if he can beat him there like that, sick. Like, bro, that photo where he's coming down the front straight in a heat race, and the wing is like, I thought it was AI. When I seen it on Facebook, I'm like, hang on a second. Like, the motherfucker's like this. Like, over there.
Yeah.
Like this. This. Oh, yeah, I'm fucking sweet. Like, oh, I'd love to see if someone ever made a model of that.
But it's like one of those things, though. It's like one of those things is like, look, that's probably going to be changed now that someone's done it.
Nah, like, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine him trying to drive down Port Royal Straight with that car? It'd probably end up just rip into the wall, probably.
That's like, that reminds you of that, what's his name? Was it Martin Truex in the NASCAR and did the wall ride in the playoffs?
Yeah, when and they're like, can he do that?
Yeah, exactly.
And then he literally broke the sport because they're like, well, we can't have that happen again.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But it's one of those things where, again, that wouldn't work at every track.
No.
You know what I mean? It was,
Yeah, I so cool. Like, there are moments where the sport is the sport. Like, you got to think that car beat the World of Outlaws, and you know how good all those guys' gear is. Like, their gear is top dollar, no error. David Gravel, Buddy Kofoid, Sheldon Huddersfield, Logan Schuhart, Carson Macedo, like Cole Macedo. Those guys are at their primes and tops, and for him to roll fucking by him like that, it was like everyone else was trying too hard. And he was like, just chill out, boys.
Yeah. But you know what, though? The good thing about that is we've seen it. That's always been.
Oh, it's so good.
You know what I mean? That's the cool things in sport where you think about it. It's like, people are going to be talking about this in 20 years' time. I remember that time.
Dale Blaney? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And you know what's cool, bro? He isn't just some old dude. He used to be an outlaw driver for years and years. So it'd be like, he lived he is an outlaw. For me, Dale Blaney is. So the Blaney family, bro, they're huge in racing. And I'm looking at this car now, like, man, that so many times when we'd go to on the PlayStation, a little shit track like that you had to run the bottom on, and Braze would always be Dale Blaney going, the low rider. because he had to be on the bottom. Like, that was his car on the bottom track. And when, like, it was on the fence, he was like, I'm Tyler Walker, I'm wide open. You know, like, because he had to be that shit. So, yeah.
Did you see the wall ride yesterday in NASCAR?
No. What happened in NASCAR yesterday?
You didn't see the wall ride?
Nah, let me look it up now.
Go onto NASCAR's page and have
Instagram?
a look at Zane Smith decided to literally do a wall ride.
Insane finish. Oh, shit, here we go. Oh, like fucking, what do you think, Lightning McQueen? And he flipped.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
He actually got squeezed up against the wall where he's...
And it just flipped him.
Yeah, just turned him up on the wall.
Yeah, Speedy Cash.
Yeah, apparently I've heard things that it broke a toe. And because it broke the toe link, it kind of just bounced it up.
Bro, that literally looked like something off PlayStation. Like, see, bro.
When I first, because I watched the race after that happened, and I'm looking at Instagram and I saw it and I've gone, is this a new NASCAR game?
If this isn't in the new NASCAR game, we riot. If this cannot happen in NASCAR 25, we riot. I need clips, motherfuckers. I need clips.
You know, I saw it. I was
Look at him.
I was like, awesome graphics for this new NASCAR game. This is unreal.
Oh, and then you see the trophy tick. Wall ride achieved. 15 XP.
Yeah. Little achievement in the top
left. Yeah. Wall ride. Zane Smith.
It just doesn't look real.
They had the camera angle where he's on the wall and he's like, it comes past it like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it doesn't look real.
That's sick. I'm going to put that on my story just so people can watch that. That's so good. Even repost button. Let's go. If you are at this far end of the pod is ending soon. But remember, it is free to support the pod by sharing it to your stories, sharing it to your socials, and hitting the repost button. It's so new on Instagram. I don't think anyone does it. I just do it for the fun of it. I don't even know where it goes, what I do with it. But it must do something. So just hit it, share it. It's free to do. That's a way to support the pod. So, hey, G, thanks, brother. Hope to see you on a bit more. Hope to see Binny back. Tyrone when he's a bit better. We got a big season coming up. I want to try to do as many episodes as I can. I enjoy doing this. This is a massive hobby of mine. And, just trying to help the sport as much as we can. Alrighty, so thanks, AG. Big dog. And have a good weekend, brother.